So today I'm going to introduce you to three particular areas that I think are strategically important within digital travel: mobile, merchandising, and monetizing. So let's start with mobile. We all know the stats. We all know that the ownership of mobiles and smartphones is huge, and we know that the usage of them is continuing to grow. It's hardly news to anyone sitting here. But in this always on, always connected world, the big talking point recently has been Google's micro moments. And this shows that although the number of mobile online sessions has been growing by 20%, people are actually spending 18% less time per session. And even more interestingly, people are not using their desktops any less. So we're seeing the growth of snacking. No one sits down to do the web anymore. Instead, they're just utilizing the odd moment of downtime to grab whatever device is nearest to do whatever is uppermost in their mind. I don't think it's any surprise to us. I know I spend my lunch sitting at my desk, eating my sandwiches and using my work laptop to go and redo my car insurance. And I spend my evenings sitting on the sofa, watching Bake Off with my tablet, checking in with friends on Facebook. And my train journeys, well, you know, I'm there, jumping from email to Quora to LinkedIn, all via whatever game, including Pokemon Go, I'm addicted to at the time. And when we're sort of sitting around the dinner table, you know, as a family, in that most middle class of institutions, having a family meal, you know, and somebody sort of says, you know, so when are we going to see Grandma? Or, you know, why is Stroud called what it's called? You know, what's on? It's an absolute race to see, you know, who can grab whatever device and Google it first. People just flip-flop, zigzag across devices as and when the latest distractant takes them. And it's the same with buying travel. So let's look at some research that was done last year for Google, which followed some consumers booking travel. Over a single 2-month period, they watched 5 videos, made 380 web visits, and did 34 searches. Of these digital moments, 87% happened on a mobile phone and just 13% on a desktop. But despite the majority of legwork happening on a mobile, the actual purchase happened on a desktop. So with the majority of traffic happening on mobile, then mobile first makes an absolute sense as the best strategy. But ignore that last click at your peril. Remember the flip-flopping? You may have the best products in the world, but unless users can find you on all devices, then they're unlikely to purchase it on the one that you've chosen from them. Mobile is absolutely critical, and as you can see, 83% of leisure travelers have actually encountered a poorly optimized mobile site. And of those, only 23% would actually continue on even using another device. So why does this happen? Well, aside from sort of low-value commodity products, purchases which happen in destination, when it comes to those sort of really high investment items, and travel is amongst them, an anxiety factor still comes into play when booking travel on a mobile. According to a 2015 US study done by Google and Focusrite, only 23% of leisure travelers are confident that they can find all the same hotel and flight information on their phone that they can on a desktop. And of leisure travelers who are also smartphone users, 69% search for travel ideas during spare moments, you know, on the bus like me. But nearly half of those actually go on to book their choices through an entirely different channel. Right now, we're seeing travel buying fragmented across platform, across device, with more time spent overall on mobile than ever before. But desktop still has a key role in the process. In the majority of cases, that last moment of purchase still happens on a desktop. We've been watching this behavior evolve at Amadeus and firmly believe that both agents and customers want integrated tools that support traffic from all devices throughout the buying cycle, neither focusing just at the point of purchase or only looking at the majority where time is spent. So whether it's a phone, a tablet, or desktop, whether users are looking for inspiration, whether they're shopping or whether they're buying, and whether it's that simple commodity product or a complex around the world, it's one single, complete, and utterly inseparable ecosystem. So that takes me to the second of my 3 M's, merchandising. In a highly competitive industry, which travel is, where the initial price point is key, where it often still is in travel, being able to upsell additional products is the main way to increase profitability. Nothing new. We've been seeing it for years with hotels, with insurance, with car hire, everything else. But with the growth of airline ancillaries, another massive opportunity has come along. Last year, United Airlines earned $6.1 billion in ancillary sales. And travel agents have a massive opportunity here. On the one side, the airlines are looking to differentiate and managing their yields by selling extras. And on the others, you've got the users who are trying to find the best deals to shop around and to compare. And that's hard when every airline seems to be doing something completely different. However, agents are uniquely placed to simplify both what the airlines are offering and to enable users to compare. So how to do it? Well, we're seeing 2 strategies for the display and purchase of these merchandising extras at the moment. Strategy 1, this shows the unbundled basic result on a flight results page. Then, as the user moves through to the cart stage, they can purchase extra add-ons. Flexi options, seats with extra legroom, additional items, baggage, Wi-Fi, meal packages, each with their own cost, and then proceed to checkout. Strategy 2 presents these as ready bundled options, sort of as you will gold, silver, bronze packages. And then they're shown on the results page, and they're ready priced. Amadeus Fair Families and Ancillary Products allows agents to pick and choose how they merchandise strategy 1 or strategy 2, either way, whichever works best for you. Is there a feeling which way works best? Well, it's still very early days, but certainly one OTA has shared some early feedback on the upsell of Fair Families, and so far it seems that they're getting 3.5 times better uptake of ancillaries using strategy 2 rather than strategy 1. That said, still under analysis, lots of experimentation is on there, so watch this space. And finally, on to monetization. Having a large amount of web traffic is great. It keeps our websites at the top of search engines, and the figures look good in investor reports. But if the thousands of pounds that you're spending on driving traffic to your site is not converting to actual sales, then what's the point? These days, savvy agents are using the power of that traffic to drive additional revenues by other means to their websites. So look at this website here. These 2 fares are owned and managed by the OTA. They're bookable, and they're the cheapest shown. The online travel agent makes margin on the sale, and by upselling and cross-selling, as we've seen. It's all pretty standard stuff. This fare here is a referral. It's still bookable content, but the ticketing and servicing is actually managed by the airline. The OTA doesn't make money from the sale. It makes money on a CPC and CPA basis. And then on the same page, the OTA has ad content. It's not bookable, and the OTA is earning money on a CPC and CPM basis. So ask, why would you show anything online that would take people away from your site? You've worked so hard to get them there, so why send them away? Well, the thing is, as we've seen, at any point in time, only a small fraction of people are actually on your website and booking a trip. Most will visit several sites before making a decision to buy. And as a result, much of your marketing spend delivers no ROI at all. And even more interestingly, A/B testing has shown that these ads have no impact on the sales of the OTA, and they generate an awful lot of revenue. One OTA I know, and it's far from the largest, expects to earn $1 billion this year from all of its sites, monetizing these non-converting users. And that's more than enough for them to plow back into their business and keep their site optimized. So the business model is changing, and OTAs are not just earning from core sales or merchandising. Monetization is also a key opportunity too. And it's because of that that Amadeus has invested in Travel Audience. Travel Audience is the only demand-side platform in the programmatic digital advertising space that is built specifically for the travel industry. It's not yet launched in the UK, but watch this space and it will be soon. On the one side, it enables any online travel aid company to act as a publisher, to put ads on their site, and to be able to monetize their website through CPC and CPM revenues. And on the other, it enables agents to target travelers through the power of programmatic advertising with the display of bookable travel offers and real-time pricing personalized to the traveler. It's what I probably, in a very non-PC way, call those, stalker ads. You put something in your cart, and then as you wander around the web, things are popping up all the time. But what Travel Audience does with those retargeting ads that's very clever is it actually integrates Amadeus Air content into the display ads with up-to-date fares and with availability. So those adverts actually become meaningful. They're fully contextualized into the publishing page, which gives improved click-through rates. But you'd better be quick. This is all happening right now. We're seeing the maturity in the mobile space, the growth of merchandising, and the move into merchandisation. But you can't let any of these new features slow you down. Speed is absolutely vital for conversion and for user experience. Amazon has calculated that a one-page slowdown of just 1 second could cost it $1.6 billion in sales each year. And Google says that by slowing its search results by 0.4 of a second, it could lose 8 million searches per day, which is 70 million in revenue a year. And in the travel space, Ctrip have identified that from every 1 second improvement in response time, the probability to sell increases by 20%. 29% of smart users will immediately switch to another site or app if it doesn't satisfy their needs, if it doesn't have the information they want, or it's not fast enough. And because of mobile, we're seeing a performance poverty line of just 6 seconds, i.e. after 6 seconds, conversion drops off dramatically. And believe it or not, the sweet spot is actually 2 seconds. Before anybody starts panicking, the good news is not impossible to achieve. To meet this need for speed, Amadeus has developed Master Pricer Instant Search, and that delivers sub-second responses to that most fundamental of travel requests: where can I go and how much does it cost? So, speed is a must, we know that, but it can't be at the trade-off of the cost of bookability and quality. Caching fares isn't new, but there's simply no point showing things that people can't have. It only breeds frustration along the way. So instant search is a paradigm shift in this respect. It combines all the opportunities afforded by big data for lightning-fast results with direct access to live availability to actually check that each fare is available before returning the results to the end user. And this gives you a feel for sort of how fast it is. And because you own the fares in that cache, you can hit it as often as you like. So how are people using Amadeus Instant Search? Well, it's actually not just for speed. Because you can make unlimited search calls with accurate availability, the opportunities are endless. You can power your meta search API. You can use it for map search. You can put in fare alerts, price predictions, targeted SEO, richly populated landing pages, extended 12-month calendars. So displaying content instantly produces that sensation of speed. But the content must be accurate, must be relevant, and persistent. And when you start mixing instant search into your existing flow, on a mobile or any other device, with ancillaries and a personalized contextual ads, then the magic really starts to happen. Thank you.